Oh, it's cold, Ron Derman.
I didn't get a good shot. I'm sorry.
All right, okay. Do you want me to...
Go ahead.
What's up, Lou? What's up, Dubwubs? What up, Brent? Oh. Hey there. Good morning. We're playing hide and seek.
Thing is, I don't know. Yeah, so I guess I'll just do. If you could just give her a phone number to call. It's 469-901-1084. And she can ask for Jim Johnson. All right, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. And let her know it is pretty important, so she could. Thank you so much. Share that. I got a better idea than sharing it. I'm not even going to share it.
Up next on the agenda, we have the rising cost of drugs in the county. Cocaine prices are through the roof.
Marco.
Polo.
Marco. Oh, dang, they got some nice stuff. They be spending that money. Restricted access. Oh, come.
And Lincoln Wood. Love that.
It's a joystick. You ever wanna mess with the sound guy? You just go. Just kidding. I didn't actually turn anything. I run sound. I'd be big butthurt if someone did that to me. What are you guys up to today? Anything fun? They got honored citizens. Oh, there's stairs. Man, this place is awesome. Oh man, I feel so powerful up here. I'm so much better than everyone down there. Oh, I wonder if this is the last thing Abraham Lincoln saw before. That rapscallion, John Wilkes Booth.
Is the view pretty good?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Come over here, look. There's...
Buddy, Productions. And I'm only going to be live for about a minute or two.
Guy just went that
Send
way.
you guys over to his line. What's up?
Someone just went in that door. Let's follow him.
We have conducted an investigation before. Actually, part of the really, really big story.
Oh, I got a fart. All right, sorry, our chat got screwed up. Big painting. This one right here? He says, right here is where we'll put the first strip club. We shall call it Brothers. Doesn't say I can't. I want him. Him. A ladder that goes to nowhere? Should we? Should we go down there?
This is Concord, Massachusetts. What happened here, Josh?
Hey, yeah, Josh.
Huh?
We're in Concord, Massachusetts. What happened in Concord, Massachusetts?
Oh, there was a battle here. A battle to stop the 19th Amendment from ruining this great nation and burning it to the ground.
How did it go?
It went terribly, obviously. Look what's going on. We got a Dunkin' Donuts on every corner.
What does the 19th Amendment have to do with that?
The women love coffee. But I love women, so I was just kidding, guys. No one get excited. We can't live without them. Picture is very blurry. The camera's just drunk. We're in...
Instead of doing a community post, I just went live to tease them that we're here and send them over your live.
Yeah, they don't really care. Everyone's just been like... Where are we going?
He's going to inquire about
Let's
the,
go.
he's going to go inquire the town hall mayor though about who's in charge of the PD.
Is Josh already doing that right now?
Let's find him. Where's he at?
it.
Missing. He's in the town hall manager's office.
Police responded to his home for a wellness check to make sure that he was well. When the police got there, he had no ailments, no injuries. He was in good health. When the police left to make sure he was well, he had a broken nose, orbital bone, a couple broken ribs. They just beat the shit out of him. Was wondering, is that something that normally happens, or were the cops just, trigger happy that one day?
I don't know any information about this.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you knew.
No,
Do
I
you
don't
want to see
have.
the video?
I do not want to see the video, but it sounds graphic. If I'm.
Who
It
can we
is,
talk to
yeah.
about that?
Well, I can definitely take a message for now.
For who? Who
For
the
Carrie,
message She was just right here. Can we not
She's
talk?
in a meeting now.
Oh, is she in a meeting in her office that she went somewhere
No,
else?
no, she is not in her office anymore.
She could be in the select board chamber.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you please not interrupt?
We'll go figure out what it might be.
I haven't seen her yet. You saw her. I just watched a video of Concord police responding to somebody's home for a wellness check to make sure he was doing okay. When the police got there, he had no ailments, no injuries, he was in good health. When they left 15 minutes later...
Well, they broke into the house.
Yeah,
Let's not
they
forget
broke into
that.
the house. He had a broken orbital bone, broken nose, fractured ribs, 13 veterans. So I was wondering if that's something that normally happens with the police here, or were they just trigger happy to beat up a veteran that day? I didn't know if you knew.
Are you over the police department as the town manager?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I'm in a staff meeting right
Well, we can show her the video.
We can show you the video.
Would you like to see the
now.
video?
Yeah, well, I'm in a staff meeting.
We can show
Well,
you.
don't you think
No,
that
that's fine, we can
the
show
police
them.
beating up people is not more important than whatever staff meeting you've got? We're here right now to show you the video.
We can show them too.
Yeah, I mean, y'all really should see it. I saw it last night.
Yeah, it's just like
pretty,
seven
it's pretty
Concord
atrocious.
PD officers beating the holy hell out of a veteran.
We're not here for very long, so we'd like to go ahead and file those formal complaints against those officers and people now with you.
And you can do that with the police department.
Why can't I do that with the town manager? You said you're in charge of them. You hire the police chief? I'd like to file a complaint against him too. I don't really want to file a complaint with the guy that I am gonna file a complaint against. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make any sense to do that.
Well, no, I'm just surprised you don't know. Why didn't you?
No, I didn't realize that you were the town manager. I didn't know what that said. Honestly, I couldn't see what it said.
We were just talking.
No, yes, ma'am, I didn't know you were the town manager, and we walked down there, and we were gonna go talk to the police department, and they said, should we talk to somebody here? And then they said you were the town manager. I was just looking at the
Yeah, so
artwork.
typically, if you would like to file a complaint, you do that question first.
So can I ask
What
you?
if it's on the police department?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Why would I file a complaint with the police department? You know, that would kind of be like, the prisoners governing the prisoners. I don't file a complaint about another prisoner with the prisoner inmates. They don't really care about what's going on there. So like filing a complaint against the police who beat up the guy seems to be counterintuitive when they're the ones that did the beating up. You know, kind of like investigating your own. Like if you were suspecting me of committing a crime and you said, hey Ron, go investigate yourself for committing this crime, I'm not going to do a very good job. And that's what our concern is. And I watched that video and it's pretty atrocious.
So you'd like to show me a video?
Yeah, they've got video of them breaking into the house.
It's just recording.
They live on a farm out here. I don't know the name of the farm. But I interviewed the lady last night for this documentary that we're working on, and it was a terribly atrocious story. Apparently they wanted to do some stuff with the heater, and they were trying to, the landlords were trying to get into the building, and when they didn't open up the building fast enough for them, they essentially swatted them. I don't know if you've heard that term, but they called the police to try to.
I have, what is the property?
They can give it to you. I don't have that property address handy. They have that information, but they've got the police report. They've got all that stuff. I mean, again, the stuff's pretty bad.
And it-
So that's his broken nose, his fractured orbital his broken ribs. Thank God the police were called to make sure he was well.
No, they were making sure she was well.
Oh.
Yeah, because they were worried that he was beating her.
That's his face. I mean, it wasn't any fun to, like, sometimes it's fun to just tase and beat someone when they can't fight back. So they were just Concord PD having some fun.
So-
Do you want to watch the whole video with me?
Excuse me, so why don't the two of you, if you want to continue the meeting in another?
We're having the meeting right now. It's just about the cop that beat the shit out of a
We're
veteran.
in the middle.
Yeah, we're in the middle of it right now.
No,
It's okay, Karen. Well, Karen. Carrie, I'm sorry.
Carrie.
Yeah, we're in the middle of the meeting. If you want to touch base with Shannon, she's the secretary. She can set up an appointment. We can speak to you another time.
Okay,
Right
so
now-
I'm a little confused. I understand you're here to see me out of town.
Yeah, she's gonna take your complaint right now. So she's gonna get the information and stuff.
Yes, so
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, she's gonna let them-
asking
she's gonna let them meet
staff
later.
members Who are not.
I think they should stay.
No,
I think
they should-
everybody should know about
She
this.
doesn't like what she's seen on this video, your deputy.
I think-
We know that.
I didn't like what I saw either. It was
But they're
pretty
your
atrocious.
employees. But they're your employees though. I mean, I didn't want to see it either. honestly.
Yeah, me as a veteran, I don't like having to not trust my own police.
But I didn't hire the guy who did it.
What is the property address?
You got all that info for him? Can you pull up? Yeah, he's got the police report.
Yeah, he's
on it. Where'd they
literally
go?
that way.
Yeah. I'll give you my cell phone number.
Oh, I was talking about
Oh, well, you can give me a call. We can talk about it. We can go over the video. We can talk about what's going to happen to the officer.
I don't have any
Carrie's
information.
taking care of that.
Okay, but I figured the whole county or the whole town should probably know. Can we get together a meeting with all the staff?
I'm not available right now for that, I'm sorry.
Okay, I can. We can do it in here.
I'll give you a call back.
Is there like a PA system we can just get everybody's attention? Attention, everybody! Come watch the Concord Police
Weird.
Department beat the trash
I
out of
don't-
a veteran
I
on a
don't see
welfare check.
I don't see a restricted access
No,
there.
there's not.
There's not one there either.
No, there's not a
That's
restricted
weird.
access.
They should do that. They should demarcate it. Oh, is this where they get round up to beat veterans?
Hey.
Nice
You want
flowers.
to see it? You want to sit down?
Yeah, I'm gonna smell them. Too fat.
Are they real?
I think they are.
Are these real?
Yeah.
It's.
Delectable.
Is that what are those?
Tulips.
Tulips. They're beautiful.
They smell a lot better than domestic violence on the hands of the police.
They did.
Smell.
Is that Eric?
Eric
Eric in there?
Sims. Did you hear about cops? Sure, they're okay though.
You got an email address that we can send all the.
It's on the town website. It's under
Okay.
Sustainability Director.
Just send you all the videos and that.
Yeah, and the police report.
There's a card here. Good, how are you? Hey, did you hear about the Concord Police Department going to a wellness check on a guy out of him during the wellness check and tased him?
While his wife stood there and recorded the whole thing, asking him why they were even in the house to begin. Watch, while a couple broken ribs, all because they showed up to do a wellness. We don't want you in the home. They broke the door down anyway, and went in and beat and tased a man who's also a veteran, by the way. I'm a veteran, so that's why we're here today. We're just kind of curious if you guys were aware about it. There we go. All right. Sorry we lost you there for a minute, but I think the message has been received.
She's going to get the police chief.
She's going to get him?
Well, here, I'm being dumb. Let me give you an update real quick. Williams and I were downstairs talking to people, just spreading the word about what happened. They were actually with the town manager.
Yeah.
And she actually contacted the police chief for Concord. He's on his way over here right now. We're gonna have a sit down and show him all the evidence and be like, hey, what do you have to say for yourself and your officers? And we'll see what he says. If it's anything like most of the other time when we talk with the police, they're gonna laugh and tell us to go fuck ourselves. So, and then we'll just maneuver from there and do what we gotta do. But that's what's happening right now. Sorry we lost you in the basement there for a minute. I didn't think about that when we went down there, but we should be good from here on out.
Yep. It's pretty clear in here. I can jump on there and see how it looks.
They are purposely installing most government buildings now signal jammers. Yeah, they can't. The jammer won't stop
Make sure that the police don't beat the crap out of them again while they're gone. Can you promise me that?
If the danger is imminent, then I would suggest you call.
Why would you call the people that beat you up to come back? That doesn't sound
Yeah,
like
that's-
a smart idea.
Calling 911 is imminent
That's what
danger.
got
Alright,
beat
so-
up in the first place.
Let's give her the basic information. So you get the report pulled up? Josh,
I think we should just give it to, I think we should just set ourselves up here at town hall and show every single resident that comes in and out of this building, your cop's beating the shit out of the veteran until he decides that coming down here is a miracle. How about we do that? Because I got time to kill. They got a person to kill, I got time to kill. I think that's what I'll do. So I'm gonna go look for every single person that's in the city hall, and every single person coming in and coming out is gonna see cops beating the shit out of a
There's a whole bunch of
And then eventually he'll make sure he gets his ass here.
Josh.
If you wanna share the information with us.
I'm gonna share the information. You go do that.
I'm gonna put you on the map. Well, I'd get him out, because a veteran getting the shit kicked out of him is more important than what he's got going on now. So how many voters you wanna lose today? I'm willing to take them all with me.
Hey,
What's your
Josh,
hand
there's
size?
a lot more people that way.
Oh, okay. I'll just go this way and show everyone. And then after I've showed everyone today, I'll make it viral.
Yeah, they're down in this basement. I would follow you down there, but we're live right now. Obviously, I'll lose the signal, but if you go straight down these stairs and off to the left, there's the sustainability manager, deputy town manager, risk and compliance manager, and economic viability manager. Mimi, wonderful. She was willing to.
I mean, I don't have a problem with them. I just wanna see if they wanna watch this video.
Oh, actually, I think we went through here too. No, it was through here, brother. Yeah, all their offices are that way.
Enter here?
Yeah, if they didn't lock the door now. Wow, good for them. Look, I don't know if you guys know much about me, but I'm also a veteran. I served from 2008 to 2012. Was actually a military police officer. Obviously, my attitude has changed now. I sing a little bit of a different song. I've had police show up to my house for a welfare check over a dispute on Marketplace. And when I told them to basically fuck off through my door that I didn't want to talk to them, I watched them on my security cameras, their posture changed where they spread out and put their hands on their guns like I was going to pose a threat because it was 11 o'clock at night and I didn't want to come to the door. So this guy, for me, when they told us about it last night, it kind of struck a chord with me because you as an American have a right to tell the police, like, hey, I don't want you in my home. You have no reasonable articulable suspicion that I've committed a crime. There's no crime been committed. And it is my right for you to tell you to pick up your feet and pound pavement off my property. Unfortunately, when you have that dispute with a normal human being and things turn violent, you have a chance in court. And when it's with a cop, they're always going to side with the cop. So you're right. Nick, the oath. The oath is a real thing. Something that these guys probably took pretty seriously. I don't think it looks like they're fucking around in that picture. Planning town hall, but I bet those guys stood on something a little more than these guys. Yeah, they do get paid for the welfare checks.
Upon doing that, months later, there's an issue where the upstairs tenants can't get into the heat's not working right or whatever, so the owners reach out to Kukowski's about getting into the boiler room. Apparently, they didn't respond within 5 to 10 minutes. Upset the owners of the property. And the owners of the property.
Look, 180 days for hurt feelings, free chili. Oh, God.
He wasn't guilty, but he is a POS.
Right.
Didn't do anything wrong. Well, he didn't do anything illegal.
He didn't do anything wrong. You can't legislate morality. You can't legislate someone into being a good person and not a piece of garbage.
He has a right to be trash.
Yes, he does have a right to be trash.
No, the volume's up so everyone can hear what this piece of shit did. So I'm just sharing the good news. Yeah, this cop's a big old pussy.
Tase him? Are you kidding me?
Well, they tased him again because, sometimes it's just, they love cheap thrills.
You guys need to get the fuck out of our house!
What do you think? So what do you think about what they did to him?
I can't comment. I don't.
I know you're busy. You're kind of busy. Am I interrupting? You kind of busy?
A little bit.
Yeah, no. Fuck his
fine.
service,
No,
right?
no,
Yeah, he's
no,
just a shitbag veteran. You want to say that to my friend here? An Afghan war veteran, 2 tours. We can tell him if. Do we thank him for his service? Or do we beat him for it like this guy?
Yeah, I think we
we stop talking, we sit down, we imagine I'm not here because you're digging yourself into a hole that you can't possibly climb out.
No, I feel like you're putting words in my mouth, and
Then put words in your own mouth.
You're not, you're not letting me answer.
Well, I'm not a marionette. I'll take my hand out of your ass. You can speak for yourself. Go ahead.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I think we're.
I should have kept my hand up that ass because it's not sounding too hot, my friend. All right, we'll show somebody else the video.
I missed it. So what did you have to say about the video?
Hey, just FYI, I only did one deployment. I don't know where you got 2 from, but he was just fired up in the moment. This is important for me to keep that clear.
Handcuffed, getting beaten and tased by the Concord PD. You want to see it?
They're gonna get the word out.
I'm surprised to hear this doesn't sound anything like anything that happens here.
Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of what Ms. Minkowski said. She's like, it's almost like they were bored. Nothing ever exciting happens, and so like for a call that there should have been one officer, and you can look on the video. There's this one pan of the video, and you can see like there's like 14 officers or something out there. It's like, making a mountain out of a molehill. Yeah, they made a mountain out of a broken heater.
Yeah, there actually isn't ever an occasion where you would have that many officers
It was insane.
on the street.
Yeah, I might be exaggerating a little bit with the 14. It's like
It actually doesn't sound like
8 to
anything
12.
that happened here.
It,
We would
I mean,
never even know
I just
8
gave
to
you the
12.
address. I mean, that's.
You did, and we certainly will look at that, but what you're saying doesn't sound like.
How many
anything
cops
that
were there? I mean,
we
you saw the
know.
video.
There's a lot.
Bunch of cops. I don't
I mean,
know
it's
if more than
doing
7
this number, the
but-
video footage, it's not like it's an
So
8.
you must have gotten one, at least one on camera where I could.
I can see, yeah, there's 3 when they're in the hallway because one is blocking her in the room where she can't leave the room.
There's two different cameras.
You can readily identify two of the faces, and I can identify the two. I'm prior law enforcement. That's what I did in the Army.
I'm actually now intrigued to see it.
Okay, let me get Josh back over here so you can show you. But I know the only thing that concerned me from a law enforcement standpoint, if I would have ever, if she was really truly the victim, if I would have restricted access from a victim in their own home, the way he did, the way he stood in the doorway with her and intentionally kept trying to block her from recording. That's why it's kind of hard. At one point, he stops in the doorway, and I think that's kind of what he was doing, was trying to block it. But at one point in the video, you see where she's talking to the officer behind him, and he kind of steps out of the way to let them engage with each other. And I can clearly see his face and this guy's face, and I can clearly identify that they both have body cameras on. And that second officer is the one that can see into the room where they have her husband, but you can't see. At no time do they let her get anywhere near that room where you can see what they're doing there with him. And the whole time you can hear in the video is him like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What? She's telling him there's no problem. There's no injury to anyone until after they drag him out of the house. And then when you see the three officers, when they finally pull him out and they're dragging him out of the bedroom, I mean,
He's beat.
yes, he's bleeding. He doesn't look like he had a good time.
How many female officers did
I didn't see any female officers.
Really?
No.
That's highly unusual.
For a domestic, yes, correct.
I didn't see.
And it's also highly unlikely that they told, really weird to me too, another thing that raised a red flag is on a domestic, we don't go lights and sirens. We try to ease into it until we know all the facts, because you don't know if you're rolling up on a volatile situation. And she said that they told her, and not even the cops, the landlord's daughter, I think it was, called her and said, hey, I need you to come to the window, and they still broke into the
Yeah,
house.
they broke into the house. No warrants,
And-
no exigent circumstances.
And boxed her into a room where when they got a hold of her husband, she couldn't see anything. She's boxed into, I'm assuming, it's their bedroom. And the cops
Won't let her out.
running interference, not letting her out of the room. I'm sorry, ma'am, I know this seems all incredibly disrespectful, but I've been a boy, I've never been arrested, I've never had a speeding ticket. I'll give you my full information, you can look me up. My dream as a child was to be a police officer. I went to the military, got out, became a police officer, and it took me 2 years to be absolutely fucking disgusted with what I saw. To the point where it affected, I didn't have PTSD from Afghanistan. What I had trauma from was realizing that I was a cog in a wheel of a system that's a pay-to-play system that it used to oppress people of color and is now purely shifted to oppressing the poor. And it's insane to me that's happening in my own country. I can give you references where they sent me to Afghanistan to stop Afghans from doing things that we do in our own country. I used to go out on patrols in Afghanistan where our sole purpose was to find Afghan government officials that would set up on highways because there's limited access and charge people to drive through there. And if they didn't, they would take one of their family members until they paid that toll. Does that sound familiar to you? I mean, obviously we don't do kidnapping, but like if you don't pay your tollways, you don't pay to drive on the roads. So you start to realize your own government isn't out to help the people. We're a business. We're out to make profit. And then you start seeing things like this, and it just really, that's why so many veterans, I feel like, have just started giving up. Because you look around you, and it's already a hard pill to swallow that, the Afghan war went the way it did. I lost 6 of my friends over there. You can look them up. 978th Military Police Company, Clarence Williams III, Erica Stambaugh, Andrea Alexson. I can go on. There's names. And these are people. These were my friends. To come home and not only have to swallow that pill, and then to see that your own government has given up, has crumbled. Absolute power corrupts absolutely, and it's sick. But that's why our founding fathers put a system of checks and balances. That's why you have your job. And I know I had to say this to somebody before.
It all started here.
Yes, and that's what's incredible to me. I'm proud to be an American. That's one of the things I'm most proud about. And I tell people all the time, it's not because of our government. It's because of people like you. It's because of people like me. You obviously got into this role because you cared at some point in time, whether you were a kid.
I'd like to think I still care.
And I really would like to think that too, but
I appreciate your service.
I appreciate you guys. But you can see why it comes to this point. And you can ask him when
Well, the people last night, here's the thing, they feel hopeless. Like they were, she was.
I watched a woman
crying.
cry,
She
man.
feels guilty that somehow, she was, her husband's been hurt. She's feeling guilty about it somehow, even though she's done nothing wrong. And they feel absolutely and completely helpless. And they're like, thank God you're here to help. We can't get anybody to listen to us. I mean, they've tried to get the police department to listen. I mean, and
this has been kind of a last resort.
right.
So are you saying they they did file a report.
Yeah, my understanding is they filed a lot of it.
And there's been no investigation.
Right, that's my understanding.
That doesn't even sound,
Right, that's why they feel frustrated. So,
that doesn't even sound possible.
And I'll be honest, when he started telling it to me from a law enforcement standpoint, I started accusing him, what did you do?
Yeah.
And to the point where he was like, listen, and that's why they gave us the police reports and gave us the whole nine, because I was like you, skeptical. You know, as much as I don't trust the police anymore, I still have it ingrained in my head that, you know what I mean, that's the way I was raised. My grandfather was 28 years Air Force and another 26 years with the state police. He taught me my whole life. You know, you respect and honor authority, and you treat police with the utmost respect because they have a job that's thankless. Right. You know, it's same reason why, you know, I don't put veteran stickers on my things. It's selfless service. I did it because my father did it. His father did it. It's a tradition. That's why this country can do what it does. But it seems like a lot of people, to me, in my own sight's opinion, have gotten addicted to the power of it, and they lose sight of what's right or what's wrong. Oh, what I think is. And that scares me. It truly does. So
can I get a card with your email? And what I'll do is I'll get the video and I'll email them to you. That way
we can email, Dropbox, the police report will get you everything you need to know.
We do this regularly, and him and it's actually my son and my other tech person, they get all this stuff sent to the, no, my son's back in the office.
No, he's back in the office.
Back in Oklahoma, he does our editing and all of that.
All right. I gotta step outside for a second, guys. It is hotter than a hoochie coochie in here. Step outside and give you guys an update. Holy snipey balls. Yep. Police chief, I think, just showed up. I'm gonna act like I'm just watching the video. Morning, Chief.
Can we get the temperature for please?
Do what?
I want it warmer out.
Dude, I'm from Oklahoma and it's 70 degrees there today. And
What are you doing here from Oklahoma?
man, it's Concord, man.
Is that what you're here for, is to talk about this? We've got the video and stuff. You want to show them the video and stuff?
Yeah, are you one of the cops in the video?
No.
Oh, just, sorry,
Catching me off guard. I have no
so
idea.
the police responded to a home for a wellness check.
Mhm.
They showed up at the home of this gentleman named Richard.
Yeah.
And when they showed up to the home, they kicked the door in, they beat the shit out of him, they tased him several times, and then they showed up for a wellness check. He was in good health when the police arrived. He was much more well when the police left. He had a fractured orbital bone, broken nose, and cracked ribs.
Okay.
And they're saying this happened on February 2nd.
Grab it.
Do you know who these officers are?
I do.
What's the name of these pussies?
So, hold on.
No, they're pussies.
That's a matter of opinion for you.
No, it's a matter of fact. They didn't do that to someone that wasn't armed, but they did it to me. I think that.
You're asking me for something, right?
Sure.
Okay, you're asking me for something. I'm going to give you an answer.
Okay, Cap, thank you.
Okay, sure. I'm going to ask that you do a public records request. I can help facilitate that. But to know exactly what you're looking for and who you want, because there's a lot of
What's
people
his name?
involved.
What's this pussy's name?
See, there we go. again.
Yeah, he's a pussy.
Okay, that's your opinion, right?
No, it's a matter of fact, because you wouldn't do that to me if I wasn't cuffed.
What did I just say?
You were saying that you're not going to give me the name of this pussy.
I said I will give this to you with a public
Okay.
records request.
Why can't you just tell me? You're going to make me wait 9 days to find out who this pussy is?
Not 9 days.
He's a straight pussy. Do you know who this pussy is? Officer?
Do you have a
I'm not upset with you, I'm just asking if you know the name of this
And
pussy.
do you have a request for a specific?
Yeah, I'm requesting the name of the pussy that beat up a 13-year Marine Corps veteran who was detained and cuffed.
Okay, and you the captain are required to do a record?
Well, I'm asking you, do you speak for yourself or does Daddy speak for you?
So that's my answer.
Well, you're right, Mom, I'm the boss.
Okay, so
Sergeant Anchusa?
Just so you know, everything is audio video recorded.
I'm not upset with you, it's just.
We're doing that too.
Ah, same,
I mean,
okay.
the guy didn't, like, it's just, he's unarmed, right? There's only so much you can do to somebody. I stopped one, but not when you talking. That's a bad idea.
You're asking me for something.
I just want to know the name of this
want
guy right here. That's all. Have you folks seen the video of the Concord Police Department beating the hell out of an unarmed Marine
Citizen?
for action 13 years? It's right here if you want to see it.
You want the answer to your question.
I want the police chief here because I'm going to set up shop here already. There's a bunch of citizens that I can just show because this cop,
And you realize.
this cop is.
I think captain and chief are the same.
No,
Is that not right?
At the moment, I'm the one that's here.
There's the chief of police here.
So how do we file a complaint against these officers for violation of this man's civil rights?
I'm sorry, first time. I get the second.
Yes, sir. We want to file complaints. We all have seen the video.
Okay.
So as citizens of this
So
great,
you-
fantastic country, I would like to file a complaint that those officers in that video violated 42 U.S.C. 1983, which is the civil rights statutes that deal with that. And there's clear case law that deals with the fact that your officers are screwed on that whole thing. They didn't go in the house with exigent circumstances. They didn't go in the house with a warrant. Besides being a documentary filmmaker as a backup career in case this doesn't pan out for me, I also practice law as a side job. So, I'd like to file a complaint. I've got a little bit of knowledge with regards to this stuff, and I've seen the video. I've spoken to the woman who is, what a victim of domestic abuse looks like? You ever talk to somebody like that? I have. I know what those people look like that have been abused and traumatized. And I met that woman last night, and she was abused and traumatized by the Concord Police Department, not by the husband that they were there to respond to. Yes, sir. You can ask whatever questions you'd like.
Two ways I can do this. I can send you the complaint form if you want.
No, I like to do it in person. I'm an in-person kind of person.
Okay, we can get you one of
That's
those.
where we need to go to do that.
Okay.
We can show you that we can give you the video, I can give you my statement. What
You
you wanna
can,
do?
you can fill it out here and turn it into in person. You can do it on a.
Why can't I just give it to you orally?
We have it. You can take it orally. I can decide to do that and take the information.
Yeah, we all want to file reports against those officers and file a complaint on behalf of the citizen Kukowskis who were abused by the department. And then we're gonna follow up on the investigation and things like that.
And you will take it orally, right?
Yeah, I can orally, so.
Good.
That's
I
what
thought, it looked like it.
That's why I'm asking. You guys are throwing a lot at me.
Yeah.
I'm asking questions.
He's
gonna do it orally.
It's perfectly legal, you're definitely okay with taking it orally. The complaint. So, yes, absolutely. Yeah, what do you want to do? What's the name? I have no problem giving my name about this information. You want my ID?
No. We'll give you, how do we pull up the name of the officer? So we can't
I'll
file
hold
a
you.
complaint until we direct it to us?
Yeah, we can go get some police form to do that for everything.
I just want to know who's filing the record to file the complaint. The record request, you and I are talking, I know what that is.
Can we do that with the police department? Is that the best place to do it for us to come over to the department?
That are online.
No, I'm gonna do it personally. I just come right over to the police
So
department.
you're gonna be in the same position you are. Right, that's fine, so we're
So let's just write it down here and give it to you.
Exactly.
I'll just tell you here.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
I told you, so I can.
Do you need an ID?
They don't require an ID.
I just wanted to let him know who I was. I'm not a coward, so.
I don't like to give them anything.
No, but I want him to know who I am. I'm not afraid of him. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd probably scare them. Then they come and beat and tase you. They don't like being.
No, they don't. They're not gonna get through my door. My door's reinforced.
Oh, you don't wanna go?
I just don't like.
It's not gonna hurt. It's not gonna sit down. I don't care.
That's what you want to do.
I don't care if it's not.
not.
I don't think she's gonna touch me inappropriately.
It's totally up to you. Just don't let it do their decision.
No, I don't care.
So what are you guys talking?
She wants to go in private to take my complaint. I said I just give it to her.
Why don't we get it here so everyone knows and hears
Yeah,
it?
yeah, just take it. His name is information.
Just take it.
Take it over.
Comfortable taking a report.
Oh, absolutely. Just take it. I have no problem with it.
What was that, James?
Just take it.
We do have a form that we can give you if you'd like.
You ever hear the song "Till You Can't" by Cody Johnson?
Yes, I can. I've had so much fun with you here this week.
Me too, man.
That's assault.
All right, do you want to have your name attached to the complaint?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just gonna need some information.
Good citizen.
Yeah, my name. Yeah, your name and email and all that stuff. Yeah.
got a video if you want to see it of a veteran getting beaten up by 4 coward Concord cops.
Your second request. Online, or I'll take your information.
Yeah, no,
I'll
I'll
do a
just
public
give
records request.
my name's Good Citizen, and I'll give you my email address.
Perfect.
Yeah, thank
And we'll
you.
forward the information to you on.
Excellent. Thank you.
918-346-1755.
And do you want to be involved in any?
Yeah, I'd give my statement. I mean, I'm a veteran as well. I had Tulsa Police Department pull their guns on me through my door at my house over a marketplace dispute because a kid told me he was going to beat my ass because he lowballed me on a truck. And after he threatened me, I sent my address and said, go ahead, bud, but just understand if you come over here, I'm willing to take it that far. I didn't say anything other than that. And then TPD shows up at my house saying, oh, we have reason to believe you're going to kill yourself. And I said, no, it's a marketplace dispute. Get off my property. I didn't open the door for him. Then one of them decides to draw their firearm. I'm watching them through my security cameras. And I'm like, really?
Are you guys all from Oklahoma?
I'm from China. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm from China, sir. Let's go. Hey, we're gonna go over his plot. Okay. Here, we're gonna go down here.
Okay.
Oh, it's jumped. I'm trying to get back.
That's okay.
From Oklahoma, and he just came up today, and I was thinking, what a bad day to come up here with the temperature.
Well, that's what he literally said out there, but I was like, he was like, you gotta come here for Patriots Day. I don't do crowds. That's what's been hard in this trip is like, I like to be armed, especially where I live in Tulsa is a pretty bad area. No, hell no, I'm very smart. No, I get it. I'm 35 years old. I've never been arrested, never been in trouble because I use my brain and don't break the law. But that's what's been so frustrating for me. I went from that to like, I can't do this anymore, man. You look around and it's like what's good for the goose isn't good for the gander anymore, and that really didn't resonate with me. And then it seems like the more I tried to distance myself from it, I got into blue collar work, doing highway safety work, and it seemed like the more I tried to turn my back on it and just ignore it and live my life, the louder it got. Almost like it was a calling. And I don't like this either. I don't enjoy doing it. But if I don't, how many of my friends are going to kill themselves because they can't get help at the VA? They can't turn to their city because when you turn to the city, you get labeled as a PTSD veteran, and then every time the cops encounter you, I'm sad, man. I don't want to hurt anyone. And I know that's 99% of the veterans I know. We're just a little fucking mixed up. We don't want to hurt anyone. So it makes you afraid to ask anyone for help until it's too much.
Because the guy that gives us the license to carries on his back, but he's the one that decided somebody else gets a license. Like, I feel like, and I'm not a cop, so I don't do like, I have no idea like the type of gun cases that you got coming in. But, like I go to Texas and Indiana, and the guy at the gas station just carrying it. It seems to be because it's legal, but there's far less crime because of it.
But it's all because
So what do you have to do to carry a handgun in Massachusetts?
You have to get a license concealed carry, and you have to pay about $1,700-ish, you have to safety course training, and you gotta pay the PD. I don't know if you guys require a sponsor. A lot of police stations require a sponsor, and then 98% get turned down.
You know what Oklahoma requires to have?
I know my hometown.
Nothing, just the gun.
No, I know, I lived in Arizona.
Yeah, Arizona's like that too.
Yeah, you could have concealed weapons. We used to
Extremely tough,
have
unless you're
concealed
private
weapons coming
contract
into
from military.
public meetings.
See, I don't like that. I don't like that. There's some place, like even back in the old West days, when you went to the bar, you checked your guns. There's just some places that guns, and I'm Second Amendment guy all the way, but there's just some places you don't need to bring a gun. Doesn't mean you don't need to have them.
I'm a felon, and
I wouldn't bring my shovel to the hair salon. Yeah, it's Massachusetts gun laws are wild, so they're almost as bad as New York's, but they have the same problem a lot of places have with the major metropolis is that, like, you have a largely populated city that has a lot of gun crime, and then the rest of the state's rural, and they don't have the gun crime, but unfortunately the majority rules, so the city ends up. That's two. It's if you're familiar with like Norse mythology at all.
Oh, yeah, I was just in Iceland.
Oh, nice. Nice and warm.
It feels colder in here right
Yeah.
now than it did in Iceland.
Well, a lot of people don't realize that. Iceland's warm, Greenland's cold.
And he looked into it, and there was some very very specific and hard to find case law.
No, actually, I'm in St. Louis, Missouri.
So, I mean, it might be an issue where the courts are gonna be like, let's challenge it, we'll go back and forth, but it basically states you can carry your badge. I just did a story on a con who, you know, she decided to strip search 2 females on the side of the road in front of 7 male officers and a bunch of passersby. And 6 months later, she gets indicted for improper storage of a firearm, for leaving her service weapon out in her domestic apartment when, you know, did what she did. And she has a conviction. She's working, carrying that firearm. Felony indictment, conviction. So there's,
You have to give me names in particular.
her name is Officer Carla Daniele of the Fitchburg Police Department.
Oh, that's like 2 years ago. A female officer in downtown Tulsa. You can actually watch the live stream of it happening. A kid discharged from the Moss Motel. It's our jail, David L. Moss. He walked across the street to like a little restaurant, like coffee shop, kind of like a Starbucks, locally owned. She left her cruiser out front running, keys in it, to go inside and get something. And he hops in her cruiser and takes off, gets on her iPad, gets on his Facebook and starts live streaming a police recruitment in a stolen cruiser. That same officer, that's the second time that it's happened to her.
That's Oklahoma.
That's what I'm saying. It's not even just Oklahoma, Texas, California. Every state has their issues, you know what I mean? And it's not even just law enforcement, but it's like when they make a mistake like that, why are we giving them a second chance? Oh yeah. Well, you'd think though, like another case, Terrence, if you remember a while back in Oklahoma, they had the Terrence Crutcher incident. Officer, you can look it up. The officer's name was Betty Shelby. She shot an unarmed man on the highway. I mean, there was a helicopter watching, and she shot him because she was a smaller woman and he was a big, scary black man. Is basically what it boiled down to. TPD, she done, but the county over hired her and she's in charge of training.
All right, good to go. And just so you know, I'm not mad at you. I'm very passionate because
Ron gave you this complaint.
So you did write it down, or did you take? If someone did to him what they did to this guy, oh, he's cuffed. Like, it's hard to break normal law.
Thank you.
What they did
You
to
gotta
him.
understand too, though, from our perspective, there's other things that went on. And obviously.
I read the police report. I understand that there are other aspects to the story, but regardless of those aspects, like one doesn't justify the other. Like they have him detained, they have him cuffed, he's in custody. You know, to punch him in the head. Like, and it's not a brachial stun because you're only allowed to do a brachial stun if the subject resists and you deliver a quick, sharp jab to the back of the neck to quickly discombobulate. But
That's the move we only use on your wife.
I'm sorry?
That's the move we only, never mind.
you say that's the only movie.
I heard.
But
Not that funny when I'm talking about the, I won't lie.
But when you're breaking somebody's nose and their orbital bone and their ribs, how does that come from a brachial stun?
I don't know if that was in the report because I can't speak to that.
Yeah, and his wife couldn't see either because that one officer had her bulldogged into a room where she couldn't come out. That's the only thing that bothered me. If she's really the victim, why is an officer restricting her movement in her own home?
So here's the thing. We've got a complaint.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to investigate the complaint, right? Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. I can't, I do know of the case. I'm not going to stand here and say I don't. There is criminal action that's pending. Obviously, that hasn't been resolved yet.
Against the officers
Against the individual.
Oh,
We haven't done that because no one else before today has come in and complained.
No, I actually know what we're referring to, so.
Yeah, no, that's okay. And so I'm being straight up and honest, and I hope you guys are going to treat this the same way.
Yeah.
What you're filming and everything. We will now investigate the complaint.
Well, can I ask you this? You said you already knew about it, right?
I knew of the case. I don't know all the specifics.
So you hadn't seen the videos or anything?
I haven't seen the videos.
Okay, because you said that there's pending criminal charges against him.
I knew there was.
And that's why I was wondering if there was pending criminal charges against the officer. And I assume that once you.
This is the first week.
Sure.
Yeah, from this side.
And I'm not sure what type of complaint these guys were making, whether it was some type of like
It's a complaint about
internal.
yes.
But once you see the video, I think you probably need to file a criminal complaint against all the officers criminally
Just like
involved.
everything else we do, there's a process that goes.
Sure. In the process, when somebody commits a crime, when you see someone beat the shit out of somebody on the street, do you go investigate first, or do you say, hey, we got probable cause because we watched you beat the shit out of somebody, and you go slap the handcuffs
Let me
on
ask you a
somebody?
question. I'm gonna throw it back at you.
Sure.
He's getting the crap kicked out of him on the street, right?
Uh-huh.
Or he's beating up a cop.
He's beating up a cop?
Beating up
Didn't
a
the cop
cop.
deserve it?
Hold on. Doesn't matter, right? Based on what he's saying, doesn't matter. All of a sudden, someone comes up, good Samaritan comes up to help protect the person that's taking the, we'll take the cop inside.
Okay.
punches him in the head, breaks his nose, breaks his jaw, her jaw, right? We still do an investigation. We don't jump to conclusions until the investigation's done.
You don't? That's good to know. That's good to know. So when you walk up and you see people throwing punches at each other, you say, wait, everybody just stop while we investigate, or you let them keep doing it
Maybe,
while you
well,
investigate.
if they're disorderly, we arrest maybe both of them. We don't know. But we do an investigation to find out what happened.
All I'm saying is that I've seen it happen, and every time that I see a police officer walk up on a scene where somebody's beating the shit out of somebody, they usually just put hands on and cuff everybody. And let's not pretend that's not what happens, because it is.
But do we also do an investigation?
Sure, after everybody is handcuffed, shoot first, ask questions later. I'm saying just do the same thing with your own officers, that's all I'm saying.
We're gonna treat it fairly.
Shoot first, ask
And I'm
questions
gonna be very
later.
honest with you, we're not gonna be the ones, our department, we will have someone, because we've done it before, we will have someone come from the outside and investigate. This is gonna be fairly harsh.
Criminally investigate or internally?
First,
Administrative.
First, if there's anything criminal that would come out of it, then that will come out during the investigation. We gotta do the investigation.
During which
We gotta do the
investigation?
investigation first. It starts with an internal investigation, starts with a complaint.
That's what I'm trying to clarify.
You don't have a citizen.
An administrative investigation, right?
No.
Most towns or cities, towns, Massachusetts.
Just asking. Yeah, they don't have a citizen.
They came to light.
So they're gonna pull in an IA cop from another town, another municipality, Who would you pull in?
No, there are companies out there that can be used, well-respected companies within the state. We start with that. We start with an investigation, and we see where the investigation goes.
And again, I'm not trying to be obnoxious, but I really don't think it's clear to me, and I want to clarify. Will it be an administrative investigation or a criminal investigation, or is it simultaneous?
It could be simultaneous. We
So,
don't
okay.
know until they start the investigation.
Okay.
There's a whole.
But they could come up with one, the other, or both during the investigation.
Potentially, yeah.
Okay. And the reason I ask, it's not clear, because a lot of times I've seen that, departments will tell me, well, it's under administrative investigation, but not.
I'm not gonna tell you that, I'm gonna tell you it's under investigation, and we move forward with that, because.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be obnoxious, just trying to clarify very clearly.
But without sitting here spending hours and hours and honestly having a camera on my face, I'm not gonna try and get into all the particulars of why it could be criminal or why it could be just an administrative investigation. We don't know yet.
One of the things I'd like to do a records request for is this guy's schedule, and I'm just gonna follow him around all day. I'm gonna make him the most. I'm gonna do that. And just so you know, I have 200,000 followers. He has 5. Interference is physical. As long as I don't put my hands on him, which he should be fine with. He seems to love getting handsy. But I'm gonna follow him everywhere he goes. I'm gonna film every stop he does. I'm gonna just unleash free speech.
Okay.
All right.
And we have your information for the
Yes, sir.
request?
No, it's all in the. They got everything.
Okay.
Sorry,
So just so up,
Sheets are good, right?
just so up there, you are requesting.
Orally.
You're not requesting the report.
Or verbally.
You're requesting the
Yeah,
information.
yeah, I can see why you wouldn't like that word.
The officers that were there and their
Orally.
current schedules.
Is that
Thank you,
coming?
Captain. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm not mad at you. I'm
Yeah.
mad at
Abraham Lincoln really loved that.
Thank you, sir. All right.
All right?
All right.
Or as I like to call him, Call him Gabraham Lincoln. Did you know that Abraham Lincoln was into men?
James and Brian.
Good.
Nice to meet you, Brian. We're gonna go.
They like to cuddle in the cabin together when Mary Tyler was away.
Never done that? You gotta try. Like, yeah.
Whoa, so hold on, that's actually a good question. So our state's medical, since it's rec here, does that mean like if you have an officer, because that's one of the reasons too that like I don't think I could ever go back. I can smoke weed now, and now that I've had a taste
And
of that,
mushrooms. Well, not smoking.
yeah,
He used
you
to be a-
can't.
He used to be a cop.
So like it to me, like once I've had a little taste of it, because I never did it as a kid. Like I didn't drink. I was a fucking Boy Scout until I was about 24, and then once I walked away from departments and everything else. Yeah, oh yeah, dude, that's my favorite thing. The only thing about
I'm amazed.
yeah, dude, I'm sober now. I've been sober for almost 2 years. But
Guys, we'll be in touch.
I've been sober for almost, I'm not sober. I'll see you later.
Take care.
All right, thank you for taking that complaint orally.
all right, guys. So that's justice. Hey guys, you know sometimes there's justice and sometimes there's just us.
I'm just glad she took it orally.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Oh, we can read the CAD column.
Good idea.
Oh, watch out for a sec. I got it perfect right here. We can all read it. Confronting town offices, 22 months, Kent Square.
Where did Ron go?
Up your ass. Are you still alive?
Yeah. There's 570 people in here.
Is there?
No, there's 300.
That's pretty good though, right?
Yeah.
What?
The town called the cops and said that we were intruding on unauthorized areas and they need to respond to the first one.
Let's go talk about it. Let's go. The call on the CAD says that we were going into unauthorized areas. So we need to find out who made that false complaint. File a complaint against that false complainant. Also, I needed to do an IBRA request for one of the ladies at
Serious
Fisher.
I was reading a computer screen that says that call from the offices for First Amendment auditors intruding in unauthorized secure areas. There's no demarcated areas, everything's open to the public. So I just wanted to know who filed a false police report. And I'm gonna have him charged. Is it you?
I don't know who filed the false
Did
police
you
report,
call
but
the police?
I think you know I called the chief at your request.
Well, no, there was someone that called the actual police station. It
Can't
looks
answer
like,
that one, though, so I go that way.
from dispatch.
Maybe she can though.
Do you know who filed a false police report?
There was no false police report.
You,
filed.
someone said
There was
went
a-
into
excuse me,
unauthorized areas.
There
Your
was a
excuse.
phone call
Yeah.
to the police chief.
Who
because
said
you
we went
asked-
in unauthorized areas? That is my question. If you can't answer a question, how do you run a town?
Can I interrupt?
He's talking to her.
Hold on, hold on. Because
These two are talking. Go ahead, Josh. I'm sorry. Ask her again.
It's my supervisor.
Ask her again.
Who made the call about us going into unauthorized areas? Someone called the police and said that, because it's on their CAD.
I'm
Town
not,
offices called because First Amendment auditors were intruding in unauthorized secure areas.
she's not gonna know.
So should we go ask
We
her?
don't know that for sure.
I know that.
Do you know?
She could have been standing next to the person could have.
Are you aware of anyone else
She
calling the
doesn't
police
know.
except
So
you?
you're interfering with our investigation right now. We are questioning her, not you. Stop telling her what her answers
Is
are.
that obstruction?
Look, don't be disorderly. Please back up and let us interview her.
It's a citizen's
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
investigation. Thank you.
you asked who made a
I just
phone
want you to
call.
stay out. That's all.
I made a phone call.
Besides you though, because you said you didn't report us going into unauthorized areas, right?
Correct.
So I'm asking, are you aware of anyone else that had made that phone call?
My assistant also tried to reach him.
Your assistant?
Yes,
Okay.
Shannon, who you met
Shannon.
upstairs.
I did. So she made the false police report and the false 911 call,
She-
which is it's not a misdemeanor, is
Excuse
that felony?
excuse me.
Go ahead.
She made a phone call
To
Yeah.
who?
To whom?
to the police station.
What did she say?
I don't know.
I'm telling
Chili's
you-
actually in jail.
She was asked for the police chief because you requested, you were one of.
So someone's
What's her name? We can go ask her.
Shannon. We just want to figure out who made the false 911 call.
Nobody
Abuse the 911
called
system, is that a misdemeanor? or not?
It wasn't 911. If you let
It
me
wasn't.
explain, I can wrap this up.
Well, again, we gotta interview you guys one at a time. This is an investigation that we can't just have all of you talking at once. We need you to stop being disorderly and just do as we say. Please. Go ahead, Josh.
Thank you. Captain, do you know who made the false 911 call?
Ma'am, you can have a seat on the.
Just have a seat.
Talk stuff. Here.
I'm trying to explain what this is because there are real simple.
I'm trying to conduct an investigation.
This is what I'm talking about. If you would just obey.
Yeah, it's,
This would be a lot easier. This would go a lot smoother if you guys would just cooperate.
and this is just a citizen's investigation. Imagine if we were cops.
Can we just move back to the side?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome, come on you all, in these historical halls.
We're just conducting a citizen's investigation. Thank you. And Captain, would you consent to a cursory search of your person, just to put Pat down for citizen safety?
For his sake.
I'm gonna put it right on camera.
I'm asking.
That is a good answer.
That's a good answer.
That is a good.
Hey, we'll just get an ocular pat down.
More people need to give that answer.
Yeah.
When they're asked, can I put my hands on you just for my safety to check you for weapons and testicles?
Richard said the
and-
same thing, and he got beaten for it, so I just like to. Sergeant-
I like that. I'm dead
Do you
serious.
mind if
I love that
cursory
answer.
search
No
for
other
citizen
decent answer.
safety?
No other acceptable
You
answer.
don't consent?
No, you keep your hands off of me.
Perfect. Well, you do have a
I'm serious.
Fourth Amendment right to be secure in your persons, your papers, and your effects, and to have free movement without travel being impeded. And I would let you know that because I'm a citizen and I care about the law. So thank you for complying with our investigation. Thank you for
Somewhat.
standing up to for your rights and not allowing me to search you without probable cause. Because you're doing what Rich did that day. The only difference is he got beaten for it. And it's not your fault. I'm just trying to show my audience, you know, we can, but they didn't ask you. I said it to you very nicely. You were like, listen, I don't consent, and if you put your hands on me, you're gonna have a problem, right? You would defend yourself because you don't consent to that unwanted touch, to battery, to assault and battery. And Rich was just trying to say the same thing. He didn't consent to the unwanted
Can I
touch.
ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
Conversation we had earlier, the first time before you guys left?
Yes, sir.
Did I not say we would investigate it?
Yes, sir. Oh, no, this is just, I'm teaching a class.
We're investigating too, though. You gotta understand, you're doing your investigation, we're doing ours, and this is part of our
Well,
investigation.
this is part of our class. I'm a constitutional law scholar, and I teach a class on.
Which is code for peace, never mind.
Yeah, I was a constitutional law scholar. Nothing to do with you, making fun of somebody else. But have a great day, thank you. Would you, never mind.
Have her sit down.
Did you hear
I was
what
gonna ask for a pat down, but I don't wanna touch her.
Oh.
Because I think she made the call. I'm pretty sure she,
Hey,
I can
Josh,
swear.
honestly though, seriously, I think we need to focus.
Sure.
She told you, the other person that made a call, I think we need to go and ask that person exactly what they said on the call.
We can, yeah, if there's more.
What was her name again? What was her name?
Are you okay if the sergeant follows you up there?
I feel safer if she's with us.
Sergeant,
Yeah.
follow him and I'll follow
She's
her.
cool. I like her.
Sergeant,
Hey, if you could just keep your pat downs to an ocular pat down.
Six, Sarge. Please don't get disorderly down here while we're gone. Okay, thank you.
In their car, that it said they received a call. I know that first name. That said we were intruding into unauthorized areas. Did you make that call?
I did not make a call saying anyone was intruding in our.
They've been playing spoons.
Now, there's only two people that called, you and your boss. So if you didn't do it, then she must have said that. It must have been her.
Which one was it?
It's just a good old fashioned case of whodunit.
She didn't say.
I think we're gonna need a couple of rooms at this point.
Do you
We're
have
gonna
a
need to
room where we
interrogate
can-
this
Do you have a room with a desk and a lamp? I need no other lighting.
All right, so Shannon
At
said
this
she didn't
point-
make the call, right?
Yeah.
That probably ends your.
Yeah, no, she,
right?
yeah.
She's
she
too nice.
Said that,
She's just trying to
she
do
said
her
that her boss did it, so we can offer you a deal.
Josh,
You got it.
we need to cover all the basics here. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you do or say can will be used against you on the internet. You have the right to a troll. If you cannot afford a troll, one will be appointed to you. Do you understand these rights? Thank you. Go ahead.
All right.
Questions?
I think I'm good. She said that there was only two people that called, and she was not the one that said it, so.
I don't know, but she's old enough to know now. I was just kidding. You wouldn't do much damage with those stairs. Oh, Mechanic Taft says she objects. We have a YouTube lawyer that she says she objects to this grilling. It's illegal.
What's a citizen investigation? Different laws apply. We're not
Oh, yeah.
cops. We're just
Yeah.
citizens engaged.
What's good for the goose ain't good for the gander.
So we found out who did it.
It was your boss.
That's where they put the babies.
It's okay. She's been being disorderly down there for like the last 20 minutes.
I had to fix their flower arrangement. It didn't jive right. Hey, wow, that's the candle that Paul Revere was handing when he was giving Abraham Lincoln a hand job.
She says it wasn't her.
Only two people made the call. She says she wasn't the one that did it. Tell me what.
It could be the dispatcher that puts the information into the cab.
They could have made a mistake.
So we need to go to the dispatcher.
The police wouldn't make a mistake.
Take it into dispatch though, right?
We can't?
So
Can
we
you
are
guys
sending you a
secure
records
area?
request if you'd like.
Yeah, we're gonna do for the 911 call.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And again, I'm not mad at you guys. You helped us conduct our citizens investigation.
Except for her, she's been very.
She did it. Oh, do you want to read her YouTube rights?
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do can and will be used against you on the internet. You have the right to a troll. If you cannot afford a troll, one will be appointed to you. Do you understand these rights?
Thank you.
See,
I don't
we're not
understand.
cops, so
I don't know how to
we use
read.
Our own citizens lingo.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thanks for being somewhat cooperative. Thank you for being very cooperative in our investigation.
I love you.
You could have been more cooperative.
won't say the name, but if you want to read it for yourself, James.
So anyway, that went pretty well. I think we're definitely getting pulled over leaving this place. We're gonna get pulled over, and I'm gonna tell him that James Freeman has a 3-year-old white baby hidden in his butthole. Be like, they have thugs.
James Freeman.
Where's Durbinable?
I don't know, he left.
He didn't have the keys.
He always dips during the best parts.
I don't understand why you want to walk away when the investigation is not fully complete. Right. Like, no, I want the answer. I don't want some fucking, oh, it might have been Sandra. No, let's get everybody down here. Let's figure out who the hell stole the cookie from the goddamn cookie jar.
It was Abraham Lincoln while Mary Tyler Todd was holding the camera while Paul Revere was
Revering.
rimming his butthole. All right, anyway, that's it, guys. Sorry, we gotta
Never
go.
give you a camera.
Yeah, I'm not. This is why I only do
What'd you
editing.
say about Townsend, Massachusetts? Though?
No, we can't say that. That's bad. Anyway, we love you guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Hi, Mom. I love you, Anna.
Yeah, hi. Thanks everybody that popped in.
Hi, Mom.
Everybody, go follow James Freeman and what's that other guy? Accountability for All. Is that your thing? Or I thought it was a gay little Barbie girl.
That guy accountability for all the loser, man.
We gotta. I think actually, you know what it is? A fucking CIA hit squad snatched Ron. But that's okay because I have the weed.
You know what? That is pretty sus. Where the fuck is Ron? I'll call him.
Anyway, we gotta find Ron. We have a.
Are you in the building still?
Yeah, you guys.
Shit.
I'll be shitting in a trash
Recording
can.
it with the cam, the 4K, and the.
That's awesome, by the way.
All right, guys. We'll be on. We gotta find Ron. I love you.
Is that Durbinable?